My favorite song, Kangaroo. Shelley Winter in for Mark Aram. I say it every time I fill in for Mark Aram. This is first of all, Glory, one of the best movies ever. But this pivotal scene in Glory is probably one of the most powerful scenes in the entire movie. This is the night before they attack. And if you've seen it before and you watch the scene, when you've seen the movie before, you know what's going to happen. It's just become such a powerful scene of men getting ready to go into battle. Great movie, great movie. If you've never seen the movie Glory, you must see it. So I was talking about Valentine's Day. You guys were laughing at me. Deborah Green's here, Longoria, my cousin Vinny. My name is Shelley Winter. I'm in for Mark Aram. I normally air Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. So I'm single, as I said. So my Valentine's Day was a little bit different. And so, I'm an older guy, but it's the first time I literally in probably 2 decades that I was without a Valentine, right? And I'm a romantic. I'm an old school romantic. So Valentine's Day, Christmas is cool, birthdays are cool, but Valentine's Day had special meaning for me as a romantic. You know what I mean? I like to buy the gifts. I like to get the card and the flowers and find gifts that, no one else is sending. And Facebook is good for that. A lot of things pop up on Facebook. Just odd things, different things that you can order and, have pictures put on things. It's just stuff like that, right? So I really, really enjoyed historically Valentine's Day. So this is the first time in many years that I did not have, quote unquote, a Valentine. Months ago, about mid-January, a good friend of mine, shout out to Kari. Kari's a musician. He does every year at City Winery, he does a Sade tribute show. And it was phenomenal this year. 2 sets, 6 and a 9:30 set. And I bought 2 tickets for the 9:30 set, front row, right? If you've ever been to City Winery, you could buy 2 seats right up front, right? And great venue for music, great sound. It's a perfect venue for music. And the band was tight. Sade was nothing without her band, Sweetback. So his band was tight. The singers were all top-notch singers. So the show was excellent, very romantic, very sexy. But I had these 2 tickets with no Valentine. And so I went back and forth. I even did on my show that aired on Friday. I even asked women who were single if they called in and told me a little bit about themselves. I may go with them, right? Then a lady who works at the Cheetah called in and said she would go, right? And so I picked her, obviously.
Yeah, she moved to the front, right?
Right, she moved right. I picked her right away. I told everyone else, thanks for your call. I was going with her. Her name was Lisa. So we shared numbers and everything. And so she said, hey, I got called into work. I can't make it. But if you go to the concert, come by the Cheetah afterwards with your friends. And because she works in one of the executive rooms. So I said, okay, cool. That sounds good. I'll do that. You're a listener of the show. I appreciate you listening. We'll do that, right? So after the show, I went home. But I ended up going by myself, right? And I felt silly because it was couples. I felt like this was going to be all couples, right? But I went by myself anyway. Now, one thing I did not do that I thought about afterwards, they had a wait list. I could have sold my tickets back to this venue and just gone in by myself, but I didn't do that. I didn't think of it, but I didn't do it. As much as I needed the money, I can't believe I didn't think of that. But anyway, I'm at the bar, sitting at the bar. I turn around. There's this beautiful woman in a pink dress, right? And she's standing there by herself. There's a line getting to for them to scan your ticket to go into the venue. And I looked at the guy in front of her. He was with a girl that he was talking to. And I looked at the guy behind her. He was with a girl. And I said, oh, wow, she might be by herself. So I struck up a conversation. Turns out she was by herself on Valentine's Day going to the show. And she was beautiful. Nice, sexy dress on, beautiful body, beautiful face, and a total vibe. Like we had a great vibe just meeting. So I said, well, can I get you a drink? Got her a drink, got inside. I said, where's your seats? And she said, back here, table whatever, 30 or something like that. My seat was table 11 right up front. I said, well, you could sit with me. I'm by myself and I have 2 tickets. She said, absolutely. So we sat down front, enjoyed the show, had a complete vibe. And I tell this story not to say it for any other reason, but to shout my mom out. Valerie G. Winter, as many of you who listen to my show know, she passed 3 years ago, coming up in June. But I know she orchestrated that night. I know she orchestrated it because I had the best time. by myself meeting someone else, what are the chances that you would meet someone by themselves at this particular concert on Valentine's night? And we created a Valentine's night, two strangers passing in the night, created a Valentine's night with a great memory for years to come. That, oh, that's the guy I met at the concert. And, oh, that's the girl I met at the concert. It's just, what a wonderful story to tell. I want to tell. That's why I said it wasn't as expensive as it used to be, but it was still, I still spent some
Well,
money.
that's good. I'm glad you had a good time.
I had a good time. I appreciate that. I did have a good time. My mom sitting next to the right hand of the Lord. She's like, hey, my son's going through it right now. Can you help him out a little bit? I know I've been leaning on you a lot lately because he's such a mess up, but he needs a lot of help. And she's been up there still protecting me like she did in life. And so know this in your hearts. If you have a loved one, a mom, a dad, especially a grandma, a grandfather, or a husband or wife who protected you in life, know that when they pass on, they never really pass on. They're still there making sure that you're okay. That is the reason that I told that story and I told that message.